Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Morning Inspiration, and it's your girl Yvonne Michelle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you are well wherever you are, from wherever you are in the world. I welcome you this morning. If you are on a replay, do remember to leave your comments. Your comments are so valuable, so important, and so please remember to leave the comments because I do read your comments. I read every single one of them. Okay, and for those of you who are joining me live, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you are well. It's 9 o'clock, guys. It's morning inspiration. Yes, it is. And we are here this morning. We have been talking about habits. We've been talking about habits and what habits are serving, or what habits are not serving you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, it's a wonderful morning and it's Work It Wednesday. Yes, it is the work. It's the work day. So we've been talking about habits. And we've been looking at how we create them unconsciously. We've looked at how we live in our habits. We do. Psychologists say that 90% of what we do is habitual. 90, 90. That's 90. That's not 19, 90. 90% of what we do is habitual. Yeah, it's habitual. And so we have to, we're looking at what are those things. So over the course of this week, I've been challenging you to look at those things that you are doing that are not serving you. Are they sabotaging you? Are they sabotaging you? And it's really about us coming together and really being honest, open and honest with ourselves to work forward, to create new habits that serve, new habits that are going to help us to move forward. Because many of the time, we wonder why we are no further forward in our lives. And it is because of the habits that we have. And sometimes it's unconscious. We don't know what we're doing this thing because it's habitual, because we've always done it, because it's always been that way. And so we accept that as the norm. But this morning, it's not about accepting things as the norm. We come to disrupt the norm. We know this. And those of you who are here with me in the mornings will know that this is to disrupt your normal. This is to disrupt your patterns. This is to disrupt the way that you have been doing things. But the disruption is only a small tweak. This is what I'm saying, guys. It's only a small tweak. Sometimes you have habits that really sabotage and are killing every part of your dream. Yeah, that's got to go. But sometimes it's just a matter of tweaking something. It's like you're on the right path, but you're just not quite getting it. And so that's what we've come to talk about today. Now, yesterday you got Tuesday's Truth. Yesterday you got Tuesday's Truth. And yeah, it's a little bit hard hitting, wasn't it? But at the end of the day, the truth will set you free. Yeah? We've got to know this, yeah? Talk the truth and shame the devil. All the time people say. That's what they said to me, right? So know your truth. Talk your truth. Be honest with yourself, because the only person that's going to suffer, the only person that's going to be put behind is you. And it's going to be down to you. Now, yesterday, I said to you, I wanted you to start saying, everything starts with me. Yeah, it's a mantra that in 2012, when I started my journey on personal development, consciously started my journey on personal development, it was something that I learned very quickly, and that was my mantra every single day, to help me to take responsibility of where I am, where I was, and where I wanted to be in my life. Does that make sense? So this is a really powerful affirmation or mantra. This is really powerful. Everything starts with me. It doesn't start with anybody else. It starts with me. So when I say that, I'm not taking on the world. I'm saying that in my life, everything starts with me. So in your life, everything starts with you. So if it's not working, you can only look at the person in the mirror. Michael Jackson said, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Yes, 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 yes. That's quite a prophetic song. Yeah, I'm asking him to change his ways. So, what is it? Yesterday we touched on the mirror. We touched on mirror work. We did. Louise Hay. Louise Hay was an amazing woman, and I learned so much from reading her books. Right. So, if you want a good book to read in terms of connecting with yourself and connecting with source, Louise Hay is great. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Those of you who are on Instagram, good morning. Those of you on Facebook, good morning. Those of you who are on Love Zone Radio, good morning. Those of you on MediaNet Live TV, good morning, good morning, and good morning. And those of you who are on YouTube, I cannot forget you this morning. Thank you for being here. So we're continuing our talk on habits, and we are on Work It Wednesday. So now it's the time to do the work. Right, so over the last 3 days, 2 days, I've given you some tools and some tips. Yesterday, I gave you on Monday. We started off with a task, and the task was to identify what your nighttime routine is, and then move that on to identify what your morning routine was, just so that you could get to grasp with how to change your habits. So we wanted you to look at that and really be honest about whether or not some of the things that you're doing in those times are serving you. The question was, what time do you go to bed? Are you going to bed on the same day that you wake up? Are you doing that? We looked at that. And so the task was for you to identify where you are, and only you know where you are. I don't know where you are. I know where I am. All right. And then I asked you to then look at, right, so everything that you were doing, everything that you knew that you were doing, how was that serving you? To be very honest, write it down, be very frank with yourself, everything. And then look at those things that are not serving you, right? And then ask yourself, how could you improve that on that? These are simple things, all right? But when you don't know, you don't know, right? So I'm just bringing these little tools for you in the mornings to help you to navigate your day, navigate your life, and live your life more effectively. Shall I tie this up today? So we looked at that, and then we were looking more deeply yesterday. I was going through some other tools and tips. Yes, and to put some rituals in there. So the number 3, it was, what are the rituals that you would like to put in place that would serve you, and start doing it. So now, how do you do that? How do you do that? Well, this morning I said to you this yesterday, what I was going to do this morning is I was going to give you a technique, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, I want you to think about, what is the one thing that you use all the time? What is the one tool that you have in your hand that you use all the time, that is something that's everywhere you go, you have it. Some people take it in the toilet with them, some people don't. But what I'm talking about is this. Yeah, it's your mobile phone, right? That's what you have. So my thing is, use what you have until you have what you need. Use what you have until you have what you need. Okay, so you have to think about now changing the pattern of how you think. Right, you've got to change the pattern of how you think, because the habits that you've done them forever. You've been doing them for a long time. Some of the habits that you have actually had didn't even start with you. They start from your parents or family members. You just do things a certain way, but is it serving or is it sabotaging? Right? So I want you to think about one thing that you know that is a habit that you've been doing and it's not serving you, and you want to change it. You might want a different outcome. You might not want to change it completely, but you might just want the outcome to change. So here's the thing. Right, so for me, I can only give you, right, and I'm just going to say this, I can only give you what I've done. Right, I can only share with you what I do, right? Because this isn't about me going to anybody else and learn. Some things you learn. The 90-second rule I learned from another lady, fantastic rule. but that's another day. So I'm going to give you what I learned from me. Now, one of the things that I used to struggle with, I had a habit. Actually, this has become a habit. This has become a habit. Morning inspiration has become a habit. Why did it become a habit, and why did I put it in place? I put it in place because we went to lockdown. At the beginning of lockdown, I had an operation. And at that time, my schedule, my daily routine was all over the place. Now, I'm a person, I'm a worker. I get things done. I am very progressive. I'm a content creator, right? I'm an inspirational speaker. So I'm sitting in my house and I'm just feeling like I need to do something. And every morning I was getting up at this time. I was getting all ridiculous o'clock. Sometimes I'm not getting up till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Who does that? Some people do, but that's not my routine. That's not what I do. And that would not be conducive to what I do here or how I live, right? That would sabotage me. And it was becoming that way. And I knew that if I continued down that road, even though I was convalescing, if I continued down that road, it would not serve me down that road. It would become a hindrance and it would become difficult for me. Now, because I've been in that situation before, I've lived in that realm before where I couldn't get up, where I couldn't be bothered, where nothing was working. And I'm thinking, well, why am I not getting calls? Why are people not contacting me? Why is this happening? And why is that? It's because of what I was doing. So I created something. So how did I do that? I used my phone. Right, how did I use my phone? I set an alarm. It's as simple as that. It's simple, right? I'm not giving you anything that's difficult and I'm not giving you anything that you can't do. This is simple, simple things. Now, you use your phone. Why do you use the phone, Yvonne Michelle? What is it about the phone? The phone has an alarm. The alarm is what becomes your anchor. What is an anchor? An anchor is something that you do repeatedly, right? And this is what happens when you're in a habit. You have an anchor that's set, that you do the same thing every day at the same time. You do the same thing or react the same way or behave the same way. Whatever it is, you do it in the same way all the time. You cannot come out of that. It's ingrained, it's innate in you. So in order to change it, write yourself messages on when you set your alarm. Don't. It's not just a matter of setting an alarm. We're setting an alarm. You get up, yeah, every morning, by hook or by crook. Doesn't matter what time I finish my late show on a Tuesday night. I have to be up, awake by 8:15, latest. But because I have a habit, no matter what I do, my eyes open at that time. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Because I have an anchor. I've been doing this over a month. We've been doing this for 3 months or something like that now. So this is a habit. This is my body clock will just automatically wake up, and it's in that, and it's almost like I'm sleeping, but my body just gets up. It's time to get up. You've got things to do. You gotta go. So what I'm saying is this, okay? No matter what the habit is, and it might be a habit that you have to do things periodically through the day. If you are in that space of time, use your phone, set alarms throughout the day. I've had to do it to eat, right? To eat. Because once I get into work mode, I'm on it. So I will say I'm being kind to myself. This is a good one. I'm being kinder to myself. I want a habit to be kinder to myself because I'm busy and I don't always do that. Sometimes me eating is the last thing that's on my mind, but it's the thing that fuels my body for me to work effectively. And this is what our bodies need. It needs fuel, right? So I put in my phone. Okay, so in the morning, if I wake up at 7 in the morning, my alarm is at 7 o'clock and it says, "Good morning, Yvonne." Then there might be another alarm at 7:30. It's good to eat now. I love you, Yvonne. there. So 7:30. Then I set another alarm at 1 o'clock. It's lunchtime, Yvonne. It's time to eat. Okay. And I look at that. And each time I look at it, I take a breath and release it. And then I move on to what I need to do. Why do I take a breath? Taking a breath is about grounding. Taking a breath is about you acknowledging who you are. It's about you saying, okay, I'm engaging my brain. I'm giving my brain the oxygen it needs, the fuel that it needs for me to do the habit that I need to do, right? So you might do that throughout the day. So 3 times a day, if that's what you're doing. When I was doing the keto diet, if you understand what keto is, I used to eat 5 times a day. 5 times a day. So I'd have 5 alarms. And each alarm would have a message. Right? Because why do I put a message? Because the phone's always around. The phone is always in my hand. The phone is this is how people contact me through the phone, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, Twitter, doesn't matter what it is. This is what I use and this is how I'm contacted. So therefore, let me use what I have until I am what I need. So I've done this and each and every time until it becomes a habit. So what happens is unconsciously the brain connects because you've created the anchor, right? You've created the anchor. So every time you hear the alarm, automatically the anchor in you is set and you know something's about to change. You've got to do something. And after a while, after 21 times of doing this, over a period of time, 21 days of doing this consistently, I'm going to say that again, after 21 days of doing this consistently, then it starts to become a habit, right? But in order for the implementation of the habit, which means for it to stick, human beings need to do the same thing for 90 days in the same way. So this is why when you go to work and you take the same route every day, after a while, you don't even have to think about the journey. You say, right, I'm going to work, bye. You go out, you get in your car, you drive. Do you think, oh, I need to take this? The only time there's a disruption is when there's traffic because it's not the norm. Does that make sense? So when the traffic is different from how it normally is, you then have to engage your brain. It disrupts the brain. So what I'm saying is a habit is caused because the brain is not disrupted. The brain is patterned to do things continuously all the time. And that's what we do. So in order to disrupt the brain and its pattern, we use the phone. Now you can use music. It doesn't have to be an alarm. It could be a song. It could be anything. But what I'm saying is now is the time for you to take control of the things that are sabotaging you. So if you know that you need to get up in the morning and it's that's stopping you from being the success that you want to be, then set some alarms. And here's, sometimes you might need another rocket. Remember I talked about a rocket up the, here's one. If you are finding it difficult, I read an amazing book called The 21-Second Rule. The 5-second rule. The 5-second rule. And I've used this, and I'm telling you, I'm not giving you nothing I haven't used. 5-second rule. This is what we do. So the alarm has gone off, and if you were anything like how I used to be, there'd be alarm after alarm after alarm, right? 5-second rule, sorry, is this. 20. I keep saying 22nd rule, and I'm gonna have to look into 22nd rule. I'm gonna have to look into that because it keeps coming to my mouth. So I'm gonna look into that and come back. So the 5-second rule is this: the alarm goes off. What do? You hit snooze. Yeah, most of us do. But the 5-second rule is this: you imagine that there is a rocket about to be launched. You are the rocket, right? You are the rocket, and you are about to go and explore because the sky is not the limit. There is no ceiling, there's no glass ceiling. The sky is not the limit. You're going up and you're going higher and higher and higher, but you're still grounded. How do you do that? In your mind, count back 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and see yourself get up, and you'll be up. Do you want me to say that again? It happens so fast. It happens so fast, right? Let me say it again. You say the alarm goes off. You imagine that you are the spaceship Yvonne Michelle or whatever your name is. Let's see, Felicia Buchanan or Shanice Farrell. You know, that could be your name. So you see yourself, imagine yourself doing that. Imagine yourself doing that. As Shanice Francis Farrell says, that's me, right? Imagine yourself doing that. And as you're imagining you're grounded, you say 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just as the rocket goes and you're ready to launch, you're getting up. You're getting up and you're gonna do. You might not feel like all the energy in the world, but you're gonna get up. Movement, that miracles happen. Miracles happen in movement, right? So you have to move yourself. A young lady came on the live yesterday and she said something about moving in out of different rooms, and it is so true. Your environment is key. So work it Wednesday. You're going to work this out for yourself. You're going to look at your habits that are not serving you. You're going to look at that because you've already identified it throughout the week. You've identified what it is. You know this. You know how you stay. You know how you are, right? So, and then after the fight, so you know how you are. So you now know what you need to do. You know what you need to create because we've worked it out throughout the week. Now is the time now that you're going to put these other tools into place so that you can start to achieve. And now there is a 2190 rule, and I'm giving you all these things. It takes 21 days to create a habit, and it takes 90 days to implement it, to solidify it, so that it becomes ingrained. Right? So 90 days is 3 months, and I can say that this works because we've been doing this for more than 3 months, and it's working. All right. So use your phone. Use what you have till you have what you need. Use your phone. Use it. Use it to stop the scrolling on all social media and use it to your advantage. Use it to help you. Use it to help you to move forward. Yeah. All right. Second of all, if you're finding it difficult to just that extra boost of getting up, or if it's something like that, or whatever you've got to do, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam, get it done. You are the rocket ship. You are the rocket ship. And remember that miracles happen in movement. If you're not moving, no miracles happening. Miracles happen in movement. You have to move. You gotta move, you gotta move, you gotta move, you gotta move. When God gets ready, you gotta move, you gotta move. If you want something to change in your life, you gotta be willing to move, right? So again, getting rid of the snooze button. Yes. This 5 second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Launch yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch yourself. I kid you not, it works. It works. So today, work it Wednesday. I'm putting the onus on you to work. It's time to work, guys. You got to work this out because your habits will only serve you or sabotage you. It's one or the other. And I'd rather have habits that serve me than have habits that sabotage. Sabotage just holds you down. There is no movement when you're sabotaging yourself, and sometimes you don't even recognize that it's you. But remember what I said, everything starts with you first. Remember what I said, that's the mantra. Everything starts with me. Everything starts with me. Everything starts with me. Everything starts with me. Taking responsibility is one of the key factors of success. when you can take responsibility and be honest with yourself and do what you need to do. Are you listening to me, guys? Those of you who are on Love Zone Radio, I'm talking to you. Those of you who are on MediaNet Live TV, I'm talking to you this morning. I'm talking to you. Those of you who are on Instagram, those of you on Facebook, I'm talking to you. Those of you who are on YouTube, I'm talking to you this morning. Right? I'm talking to you. Movement. Movement. So what movement can you create within your habit that is going to create a miracle in your life? Oh, that's juicy. I like that. I like that. What movement can you do today that's going to cause a miracle in your life? Yeah? What movement? And create the habit. Remember, 21 times, 21. And if you drop off, let me just say this. If you drop off at day 10 and you don't do day 11, you know you've got to go back to day 1 again. You have to complete the cycle. Complete the cycle to then have that habit as something that is part of your life, because we're talking about life-changing stuff here. We're not talking about I'll just do it for 5 minutes or I'll do it for the 90 days and that will see me through. No. This is about you taking responsibility, creating a new habit that's going to serve you in a powerful way to create miracles in your life. Now, miracles look like different things to different people. Miracles look like different things to different people. But if you knew me maybe, I don't know, 20 years ago, maybe, this would be a miracle for me to say that I'm here every morning at 9 o'clock, every morning, and be here. That's a miracle in itself. That would have been because I knew my character back then. Right, so we have to get beyond the airy fairy and say, oh, that's a miracle, that's a miracle. Your miracle is what you think it is, what you need, the change that you need, that's your miracle. And that miracle will lead to other miracles. So we're talking about habits today, but it's bigger than that. This subject is huge. It's absolutely huge. But it's important that you get this if you want to live the life of your dreams, if you want to have the business of your dreams, if you want to have the relationships of your dreams, and that's with partners, your children, your parents. That's relationships, love relationships, other relationships, work relationships. It's habits, because sometimes the habit can be almost unbearable. And so it causes an issue in your relationship. So I want you to hear me. This is real good stuff this morning. Real good stuff. And it's for you to work it out. So I'm now handing it to you. Work it out for yourself. Sit with yourself today and really think about that one thing that you want to change. If it, and I'm gonna let me just try this out because it just come to me. Thank you very much. If you are looking for a relationship, love relationship, and you say to me, because this has actually happened, you say to me, I keep attracting the same man, right? Same woman. Anybody know about this? It's because you have a habit that's not serving you. It's down to you. If you keep meeting a person is just a different person but the same person, right? It's a different person, but it's the same character, the same type of person that's coming to you. You are the common denominator. We spoke about common denominators slightly yesterday. You are the common denominator, and that's what you're attracting. That's you. That's on you. So there is something within you. There's something in you that's got nothing to do with the man, them, or the women that are coming your way. It's got nothing to do with them, but everything to do with you. There is something in your habits that you are doing, that you are portraying, you are projecting, that is attracting The same man, different name. The same man, different name. Over and over and over and over again. That's a good example. So, guys, I want you to take responsibility. Yeah? Take responsibility for where you are, to love and to create the habits that you need that will serve you and not sabotage you. Create the time and the space. Do it today. Put yourself first today. Now, this is about you, and this is about knowing and loving the self. But knowing and loving the self is the foundation of everything else. So it starts with you, as it starts with me. Right? It starts with you, and it starts with me. So remember the mantra today: everything starts with me. Take responsibility for where you are in your life. Take responsibility for the inactive things that are not happening in your life that you want to be active. Take responsibility for the fact that it's on you. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. And you might say, oh, but this person did this and that person did that. That's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's about you. What did you do? Or what didn't you do to help serve you better? It's all about service, guys. It's about service. And how you serve yourself is how you will serve others. So serve yourself well. Create positive habits. Create habits that are serving to you and others and not sabotaging. Because the only person who will live in the frustration will be you. So my name is Yvonne Michelle, and I am an inspirational speaker, and I am also an empowerment coach. I empower people to move from where they are to where they want to be, no matter what. This is what I do. So if you would like to work with me, I will leave my email. You can follow me, www.yvonnemichelle.com. There you go. Go to my website. You will find lots and lots of things there. This is what I do, and I'm here to serve you because I want this community, because I call this the GEM community. This is the global empowerment movement. We're global, and we're empowered, and we're a movement. And in this movement, miracles happen, and they happen all the time. So if you want to be a miracle maker, check me out. If you want to create miracles in your life, you want to start soaring like an eagle, the eagle that you are, the power that you are, the awesomeness that you are, then this is a good home. This is a good place for you to be. This is your home. We look after each other. We love each other, but we also tell each other the truth. And sometimes the truth is difficult. Sometimes the truth is challenging, but we still need to hear it in order for us to move and progress and do better. Right? So no more procrastination, no more stagnation. It's about movement. Miracles happen in movement. I want to tell you that I love you this morning, and I want to thank you for being here with me for Morning Inspiration. On the comments, we've got a few comments coming in. Let me just show you the comments. Felicia is saying everything starts with me, no stagnation in movement. Serve myself well, 5-second rule. I am empowered. Boom. Wonderful. Amina is saying this is brilliant. Thank you for being here. Veronica Roberts is saying I'm ready to fly. Dean Bailey saying you're making a miracle by me having this forum on YouTube. All the words resonate with me. Boom. Thank you so much for that comment, Dean. That is wonderful. Some conversations going on. Sheena's saying create positive habits and space. Know yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sandra Moore is saying creating the time and space for miracles of self-love. Boom. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. It's all about taking responsibility, isn't it, guys? Dean Bailey is saying miracles happen in movement. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Eddie Bless is saying I'm launching. I've just reached the roads. Okay, lovely. Hey to everybody there that's on Instagram. And she's also saying you are my audio book this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody that's on Instagram this morning, everybody that's here. Thank you so much for joining. I will be back here tomorrow morning with Thursday's Thriving Thursday. We're going to thrive, and tomorrow probably will be the last day on habits. We'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, there's lots in here. I think there's lots to unpack today. There's lots to unpack. And I think I could do a talk on miracles that happen in movement all by itself. Um, Everything starts in the all by itself. There's lots to unpack in what I've said today. So I want you to really think about it throughout your day. Throughout your day today, I want you to really, really think about where you are, what's serving you, and what is sabotaging you, and get rid of those things. Get rid of those things that are not serving you today, that are sabotaging you in a really bad way. You deserve the best because you are the best. You are kings and you are queens, and kings and queens are regal, and there's certain behaviors that they don't do. And we're going to learn those behaviors because we are kings and we are queens. And it's time for us now to show up in our lives unapologetically. It's time to show up, show out, show off. No, I don't mean it that way. But anyway, have a great day. Have a great, great day, and be well, be safe. And remember, miracles happen in movement. So move today. Make your movement work for you and create the miracle that you want. This is your girl Yvonne Michelle. I'm out. I'll be back here at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Do remember tomorrow I have the Let's Cook show with Lyndon Wissart, and that is at 4 p.m. on Thursday. But for now, I'm out. Ciao, ciao. Be good. Be well. Stay blessed.